Or is it?
Honestly, let me switch over real quick. I think they're playing.
What?
So they didn't do a button check, they just went in. So, first game. Bit of an awkward in there, but Shaw currently in the lead. Quite the interesting guitar member they had. Now Shaw on the hammer, also very confident. He plays a lot of Nash recently. He plays a lot of Nash in 2v2, which he's very good at. So his hammer is very refined now. Nox Wave got onto second stock there with the side air.
So Wave got on his classic Asuri, as well as Shaw on his classic Sentinel. I've talked to him in front, he said he played Sentinel like a lot recently. So it's not surprising seeing this pick again.
I mean, Sentinel's the pick that Shaw's really become known for. He used to be a Ragnar main before that, and then he switched to Sentinel, saying Ragnar can't kill. Then recently he started playing a lot of Nash. I think he has like a level 70 something Nash now by just playing it in 2v2. Also, he's popping off right now as WaveGod goes down to his last stock while Shaw is on his first still. WaveGod not really having an answer here in the neutral game as he's not connecting many hits onto Shaw, especially no killing moves. Shaw looking really confident on the edge, on the dodge reads and the edge guards, keeping Wave where he wants him, while WaveGod is not really gun in there.
He's getting the dodge reads as well, trying to go for the D-stick. WaveGod can't find any killing moves right there.
Yes, sir. Now, looking at this, it's very unlikely for WaveGod to take this game home, as he does bring Shaw down to his second stock here. It is possible if he gets a good dodge read, but he's staying with the sword here. I think that's because he wants to play more neutral heavy right now and get some adaptation going on him. Oh my god!
He gets the NC read, but doesn't quite kill yet.
Yes, sir. Definitely trying to feel out Shaw right now a little bit to go in the next game. As at a high level of play, even if you're behind, there's a lot of stuff you can pick up about the gameplay of your opponent to just adapt for the next game.
Yeah,
and keep it going. I think you as a string player yourself, as a scythe player, you probably also, even if you're losing for the rematch in a set, you just look for dodges, right?
Yes, I'm constantly looking for that. Also, WaveGod going down. First win for Shaw here.
Yes, sir. Now, Shaw looking really confident there as he takes it with a clean 2-stock, I believe. Was he hit on the second stock? Yeah, it was.
Yes.
He was like yellow. So. Still a very, very strong 2-stock as he takes quite the strong lead over WaveGod here. If WaveGod goes down to loser's bracket, which is winner's finals, that would be a bit of a rough situation for him, honestly, as he has been on quite the tear recently, taking Skeldra down in game 5 actually, which was very, very good, as Skeldra was one of the favorites to win this. Now we have the last two favorites that a lot of people named. I asked around a little bit what is everyone's predictions, and everyone said top 3, Skeldra, WaveGod, Shaw.
Yeah, I can see that totally, like all of them have been crazy. Also like online in ranked, they went all nuts on ranked.
Yes, sir. I mean, the only variable that people named aside from these 3 is the Ninja, which is also fully understandable.
Yeah.
So I think we have a definite top 4, but right now we are looking at who is going to go down to be in the top 3 and who's going to be confirmed top 2, which will be the winner of this. Shaw being up to 1-0, kind of setting the tempo right now, but we are looking at a definitely more even game here right now than the previous one, as Shaw just kind of popped off in the previous one and just kept onto his first stock way too long, while WaveGod is now getting a bit of a lead here, you know, kind of adapting.
Both of them were on their katars, but now both of them are like just throwing away the weapon, trying to switch, trying to set another like engage there.
Yes, sir. And I think we're looking at the first lead that WaveGod has had this game here so far, as he is actually extending it with double recovery there. He does tend to do that. If I remember correctly, double recovery on like low damage is true, right?
It is true on low damage. I think you need high dex though.
How much dex does Asuri have?
I think he's a pretty balanced character with like 5 or 6. He doesn't have that much dexterity. Yeah. But if you don't have a dodge, it's definitely confirmed, and I don't think he had a dodge there. So it's just positive going for that. Also, WaveGod going down to his second stock, Shaw also on orange though. Yeah,
so I'm seeing a lot of stuff from WaveGod here on the unarmed. He's going for a lot of gravity cancel when he's unarmed. So potentially that was because Shaw was on the hammer, where he wouldn't take as much advantage of the dodges. being caught as he would on guitars, but now Shaw back into guitars. And I've talked to Shaw before. He really, he remembers and he notes down the dodge patterns of people that he frequently fights. You ask him about a player that he's faced multiple times in rank, he could probably talk about you as well. And he will be like, after this move, he usually tends to dodge that way. At the start of the game, he tends to dodge that way, blah, blah, blah. He notes all of this down, either on paper or in his head. And Wave got taken him down to his last stock there. So unless you permanently adapt your dodges, and that which is practically impossible, he has your habits down.
Yeah, I mean, being a pro player means taking every advantage you can get, and if you can get an advantage out of that, it's just good for them, and they can get higher placements more frequently.
Yeah, just getting any edge that you can over your opponent, and it's seemingly like Wave God is taking him off stage here. It goes for the inwards and down air, not quite connecting it. Does have quite the good situation here as Shaw goes back on the offstage, while they're now both unarmed and now both pick up guitars. Wave God does go down onto the sword. Shaw's approaching the knockout zone on his last stock by quite a bit, so the sword might not actually be the wrong play here, as soon as he goes into red, I believe small Lion's Fortress doesn't have that high of a ceiling. Shaw, great guitar piece. I believe a down that recovery on sword would kill quite early, as Shaw goes for quite the ambitious read here on the offstage. Wave not quite able to confirm it on the down air.
I think we have seen Wave God using his unarmed so good, this whole event. Also against, who was it? He fought last on stream.
Wave God fought Skeldra last on stream.
Yeah, against Skeldra. He also used his unarmed very good. Skeldra could never know whether he's going for the weapon or not.
Ooh, the funny angle, that takes Shaw out. 1-1. Now, interesting situation here, as Shaw brought that back quite well, and Wavegod didn't look like he was, getting a bit scared there towards the end. Shaw really is a very adaptive player, he picks up a lot of habits, he just brings it back, no matter how far you go ahead. He never really gives up on the game. He's like, okay, I have this, I can work with this, I can bring back the lead from you.
The games I played against him in the past and also in rank was also I had the lead at the beginning, and if I'm one stock up, he just comes back every time. So I've played both of them. I just can say I can't compete against these beasts in any way.
Yeah, that's really quite the edge. You obviously, you're 24, 2500?
Yeah. Plus, I'm not playing that actively anymore.
Doesn't matter. Obviously, that's a very high level of play. There is a massive edge, even though you're that high on the level, and Wave got going quite early there. There's still a massive edge between someone being that high in the ranked scene compared to someone that places in tournaments. What do you say is the importance of tournament placement and tournament experience?
I think the most important part is not losing your nerves, but all the LAN events I've been to, I'm just nervous constantly and I can't really concentrate, and I tend to get up pretty early. I mean, today I went out 0-2, so you can see that there is 0-2. First game against Easy 187, second against Scarecrow.
That's rough. Scarecrow's playing very well this game.
Yes,
this tournament.
He is.
Wavecard right now, by the way, is down a full stock. Now finally taking Shaw down to his second. It's looking like quite the rough game. This reminds me a lot of Game 1. Where it seems like Wavecard made some adaptations and took Game 2 after adapting to Shaw, while Shaw took that second game loss and adapted to Wavecard again, and now we're just seeing a back and forth of adaptation and just tearing each other apart.
Yeah. Also Wave on his last stop now, Shaw on yellow, but he can get pretty much damage on the Katars already.
Yes, sir. Now, Wavecard looking pretty ambitious here as he goes for a GC and light off of a Nair that bounced downwards, which is very interesting. Goes for the side light down light. Now they're looking for a dodge read. He definitely needs something big here to get that lead back, but that GC side light probably went the wrong way. Shaw going for the double downer. Shout out Cetra. Just knocks him down to his last stock. Now the game's actually pretty even now.
There's still hope for him in this game.
Yes, sir. The game's pretty even. Wave got about to get his guitars, but Wave is also now in the red. Only a few hits. Sentinel seems like he hits pretty hard. How much strength did Sentinel have, actually?
I think he has actually a lot of strength, like 7.
Yeah, that seems plausible. And Wave got us one good hit away from being knocked into game 4.
Down that does it. That's Wave got in loser? Nah, it's our it's loser's bracket, right?
What? This is winning 5. This is winning 5.
No,
it's best of 5. This is 2-1.
Oh wait, right. I'm just.
Yes, sir. Shaw taking that game away from WaveGod, making it a 2-1. We're going to game 4. Now, me, I don't play that much guitar. I do like playing Queen 9 here and then, but I feel like on Queen 9 you're missing something that the other guitar legends have. Previously it was the true combos that you got from the decks and the speed, mostly the speed actually. They fixed that and now you have the true combos as well, but it just feels different to play Queen 9 compared to the other guitar characters due to the missing speed.
Yeah, I mean, see that as well. Like on custom lobbies, I like to play Queen 9 a lot. It's pretty fun.
She has amazing signatures. If she had more speed, she would probably be the best legend in the game, in my opinion.
Like the 6 are also crazy.
Yes, sir.
Also, Wave got taking the first weapon, but Shaw getting with the hammer there as well. He gets the first.
Shaw, sidelight, downlight, sidelight, Sair. Hammer gameplay looking amazing right now as he keeps hitting him with those sidelights and siders. Wave got now finally connecting some moves as well. Goes over to the sword, and it might just be me, but I find these colors really hard to see on this map.
Yes, they are.
That is a bit of a struggle, but you know, we move on as we can still see the names. We are on Western Air Temple right now, which I believe Hammer has a bit of an edge on this map as it kills both vertically and horizontally, which the kill boxes are very small in both directions, while Shaw only has the sword which kills in those 2 directions, while his guitars kill more diagonally, but he does use the guitars on the offstage there to get that knockout.
Yes.
Sir, Wave trying to extend his lead here a little bit, keeping Shaw away from that weapon. Shaw definitely got some mind games going on where he tried to like bait out Wave there a little bit. You saw him like kind of short dashing and stutter stepping to kind of get Wave to do something, and Wave catching a dodge here now. You know how I talked about them adapting and going back and forth previously? It's exactly what we're seeing here, but Wave needs something here, or Shaw needs something here, because the way it's going, if they're going back and forth in this tempo, that Shaw's gonna adapt again in game 5. But right now, game 4 is still not over. Shaw can still potentially take this as he's only less than a stock behind, as Shaw is now in the deep orange. This is basically 1 guitar string, or 1.5, and they are even. Wave really needs to play this careful to not get caught up in one, to really get themselves going on that.
They have to. They're also both on their guitars now, Shaw getting in with down air and sidelights. He gets the damage in, but it's not enough yet. They still have a huge gap in between them.
They do indeed. Now, Wave picked up the sword. He's definitely going to be looking for a downlight recovery here. What I see Wave do a lot, and I've talked to him about this because I spar him occasionally, he often, when he gets on sword at the start of his stock, he goes high up in the air to bait out recoveries, to catch them with a GC downlight. He's really, really consistent with it. Which is why Wave taking Shaw's second stock here, still a bit of a lead, him in the slight orange. Which is why when I spar WaveGod, I just don't go for recovery straight up. And I can tell that Shaw is doing the exact same thing, because he sparred WaveGod quite often as well, from what I know. And that's one of the habits that you can definitely see from WaveGod, that you have to like kind of administer. Either you play around it, or you just don't go for recoveries at all, like he is doing here. Now,
WaveGod going in the offstage against Shaw's hammer. I personally wouldn't do that against hammer.
No, WaveGod is very confident on the offstage, as you can see here, as he connects those moves, but the recovery hits. Avoids the weapon throw, but can't get back to the wall. That angle was just slightly wrong for him. The weapon throw definitely pushed him into missing the wall there. Now, basically, an even game, WaveGod picking up the sword, immediately throwing it away. The throwing knife comes in.
Sword at all.
He does not. Now, we have a guitar mirror here. WaveGod catching a dodge, incredible damage, putting him in the dark orange. advantage state here as well. Shaw on the off stage, disadvantage state not quite well for him. Now sends Wave God into disadvantage state, hits the end light, hits the recovery, does not finish, goes for another recovery, wasn't it. Down air connects, so not a kill move. Now on the off stage, Shaw goes for some big. Wave God goes for down air, does it. Game 5. Game 5 for Wave God Shaw in the winners finals. An incredible set here so far, but we talked about this. Shaw wins game 1, Wave God won game 2, Shaw wins game 3, Wave God wins game 4. If we're going at this pace, Shaw is probably winning this next one.
I really like last game deciders. They're always so interesting to watch because like you can see the thoughts they have like in your head.
Yeah, definitely. But for this game 5, I know Wave God is thinking in his head, what can I do to throw this man off? What can I adapt to? And Shaw's like, what did I pick up from that game? What did I pick up from this game? What's going to be the same? Like, Shaw always talks very fast. When you're in voice chat with him and he plays the game, he always mumbles to himself very quickly. And I think that's what's inside his head as well. He just goes like, what can I do? What can I do? This. And he just lists everything down in like 200 kilometers per hour speed.
I think I have talked to Shaw like 3 times when I was in Frost. So.
Yeah. You know, both of these players are from Frost. I'm happy with either of them winning, personally. Wave God definitely looking quite strong here as he's seemingly engaging Shaw in angles where Shaw's not really expecting it. He's already sending him into the red while he himself is in the yellow. Now Shaw hitting that. Almost gets the dodge read, just mistimes it a little bit, or misspaces rather. You know, we have 2 nationalities here, and so far we've talked about it. There's a lot of Dutch people here, there's a lot of German people here. Yeah. Shaw being one of the few, neither of those. Shaw is from England.
Yes.
He's here with his girlfriend, you know, he's vibing.
He's a
quite crazy
nice person. I have talked to him.
Yeah, quite crazy that he came all the way from the UK to play with this
He just
tournament.
misses the down lights there, not getting Wave God out with it. There's
Slider not enough to kill, but the weapon throw connects and
hits him with the weapon throw. Now on the weapon stuff, he switches to the sword. The weapon that he didn't want, now he switches back to the Katars.
Almost gets the dodge there. What actually, inwards and up, like inwards and up diagonally, what's the most optimal dodge read you can do there on Katars? I feel like it's a bit of a rough angle. Like if he hits the side light, down light, and he dodges inwards and up diagonally like that, knocking him out, send him into the second stock. What do you do there? Is it just a recovery?
I think recovery or nair actually. I think after nair you can go for a lot of stuff like...
Depends on how the nair hits, no?
Yeah, that's it. Like if you know exactly that he's dodging that way, I think you have a confirmed recovery.
Yeah, probably. It depends on how you time it though. If you immediately input the recovery, I think the dodge still covers it. Now, we are looking at an interesting situation here. Early damage stages where Wave has the sword, definitely getting rid of it, gets the Katar here himself. Katar mirrors are interesting, you know, because it's basically just footsies and who gets the first engagement, who can get a wake up potentially, who can get a dodge read, and Wave God exactly doesn't get it there because Shaw did a wake up. And now Wave God in the orange, Shaw 1 hit away from being knocked out. Now Wave God wants the sword because he can get the downlight recovery here or the quick signatures. Down air, Sair, goes off stage to perfectly placed ground pound. What is Shaw thinking here right now? He is 1 stock away from being knocked into losers.
I think he's just thinking about his adaptations again. Like, how can I bring this back? What is he doing right now that I can't play against at all? I have to do this now or else I'm out.
I mean, he's not out. He's down to lose if he loses.
Yeah.
But he's out of the set for sure. Wave God connecting the end line. Oh my shit!
Crazy damage.
Wave God kind of cooking there, putting Shaw into the red. This is a rough spot for Shaw. This is very close to impossible. This is an incredibly hard thing to do. As Shaw gets the GC downlight neutral stick there to send Wave into the red as well. Wave God just popping off on the Qatar string, holy hell. Wave God with that 2 stock.
Down heavy, sending Shaw into the loser's bracket.
I mean. Crazy days. Wave God.